Hey everybody, thanks for staying with me. We are going to fix the mistakes made by another Japanese listener who's studying English that tried to turn this into English and made some mistakes they want me to help them with.
私のベイビー。彼はとても成長した。彼はリンゴやスリッパと同じ大きさだった。今は大きくなった。でも私はまだ赤ちゃんのように思う。
Hey everybody, glad to be here with you today. Welcome back to another episode of the Social English Podcast. And this is the podcast for you to help you speak better, real social English that's used in everyday America, Canada, just regular everyday English by real native speakers. Now, before we get started, I want you to listen to a message from my friend Ko, and I want to welcome my returning listeners, and to all of you new listeners, thanks for coming here. Thanks for checking us out. So, here's my buddy Ko to give you some information about today's episode.
英語を学び始めたばかりのリスナーの皆さん、こんにちは。ソーシャルイングリッシュポッドキャストの今日のエピソードはあなたのためです。それでも問題が解決せず、このエピソードの英語が理解できない場合は、ゆっくりとエピソードを聞いてください。頑張れ。
Today we are going to have another English repair shop episode. In these episodes, we help someone fix their English. Today, we have a Japanese listener that asked me to help me fix her English. And, of course, I said yes. So today, with my listeners, let's correct her English together. She wants to talk about her dog that she has a close relationship with. So, please think about that as you listen to today's episode. Do you want to know today's format? Well, listen to this.
すべての英語修理店のエピソードと同様に4つのパートがあります。パート1では英語を勉強している日本人が間違って言ったことを正確に聞くことができます。パート2では会話型のソーシャルイングリッシュスタイルで正しい英語を聞くことができます。パート3ではパーシーはあなたが同じ過ちを犯さないようにするために彼が重要だと考えるヒントをあなたに与えます。パート4でパーシーは正しい英語版を高速で自然な速度で言います。このようにしてネイティブの速度で英語を聞く練習をすることもできます。
So in today's episode, as with every English repair shop episode, we are going to have 4 parts. Part 1, I will read the wrong English from what the Japanese listener gave me. Exactly what they said in the wrong English. Part 2, I will say the correct English in a social English style. Part 3, I will give you hints that I think are important, so you don't make the same mistakes. Part 4, I will say the corrected English version in a fast, natural speed. This way you can also practice your native English listening skills and fast English listening. Okay? So first, let's hear the original Japanese before I say the English they tried to translate it into.
私のベイビー。彼はとても成長した。 彼はリンゴやスリッパと同じ大きさだった。今は大きくなった。でも私はまだ赤ちゃんのように思う。
Okay, so let's hear part one. This is the wrong English from the Japanese person that asked me to fix it. And for today, we're going to have 5 sentences. Please listen. 1. My baby. 2. He is very grow. 3. He size did as much as apple, I suppose. 4. He is big now. 5. But I think still look like baby. Let's do that one more time before we correct it. This time, English parts only. My baby. He is very grow. He size did as much as apple, I suppose. He is big now. But I think still look like baby. Okay, so that is the incorrect wrong English. Please listen for the next part, because I think some of you have already thought about changing some words. Let's see how I would fix this using social English. Let's start with part 2. Part 2, this is the real, correct, native social English at slow speed. Please listen. 1. My dog is like my baby. 2. He is growing so fast. 3. He used to be as small as an apple. 4. Even though he's pretty big now, I still think he looks like a baby. Let's do that one more time, just English parts only. My dog is like my baby. He is growing so fast. He used to be as small as an apple. Even though he's pretty big now, I still think he looks like a baby. Okay, I have a question for you. How did you do? Did you fix the wrong English like me? Is it similar or close to my version? It's okay. Let's move on to part 3. These are my hints, my tips, my tricks for you. In English, we use phrases to talk about things, to compare. Something is like something. We use this a lot in real conversational English. I know that in Japan, they use this as well by using mitai. So, please think about that in social conversational English, it is similar, using comparative words or words and phrases to say something is like something else. And my second tip for you today is to be careful when using these phrases. If you say, my dog is a baby, the listener might think you are crazy or strange. Why? Because we know a dog is not a baby. It's a dog. Sometimes you can say something is something, but by saying dog and baby together, it is not good and strange English. So, for my advanced and intermediate level, skill level English speakers, please don't do that. Okay, let's move on to part 4. This is the fast, natural speed of the correct English. Okay, so please listen to it very carefully. I will let you practice your listening skills. Okay, so here is part 4. Social English in fast, natural, native speed. Here we go. My dog is like my baby. He's growing so fast. He used to be as small as an apple. Even though he's pretty big now, I still think he looks like a baby. My dog is like my baby. He's growing so fast. He used to be as small as an apple. Even though he's pretty big now, I still think he looks like a baby.
この章を気に入っていただけたら、5つ星のレビューをぜひお願いします。コメントは英語か日本語でお書きいただければ喜んで読ませていただきます。リアルソーシャルイングリッシュ .com にアクセスしてぜひ無料でダウンロードしてください。ほとんどの日本人の英語を勉強している人がやってしまいがちな7つの間違いとその正しい言い方。また、毎日英語を上達させるのに役立つ資料もたくさんあります。Apple Podcast、Google Podcast、Stitcher、そして今はパンドラでもポッドキャストを購読いただきます。支援者になっていただけませんか？私たちがこの賞を作るための支援として5ドルの寄付をお願いできませんか？今後のエピソードで感謝の気持ちをお伝えします。また、そこでしか利用できない新しいコンテンツも入手できます。patreon.com/socialenglish からご参加ください。ソーシャルメディアで私たちのポッドキャストを友達にシェアしたり、Twitter、Facebook、Instagram のフォローをお願いします。
Okay, everyone. Thanks for joining me. That is it for today's episode of the Social English Podcast. Today, I want you to be happy because you and we helped correct the English of a Japanese person who is studying English just like you. I hope you learned something you can use for yourself today as you learn a little English every day. My action item for you today is to try and practice using something is like something in a conversation. My car is like a missile. My dog is like a baby, something like this. The listener should understand that if you say, my car is like a missile, they think, oh, their car is fast, very, very fast. So try to practice with a Japanese friend or an English-speaking friend or just a friend studying English just like you. After you practiced, let me know on Twitter what you thought about today's episode and what you learned. Now, if you are a higher leveled English learner, maybe you're at the college level or even high school level, try to listen to episode 126 through 131. These are very important episodes about conversations and how to start them with strangers and how to have a conversation, how to react, how to respond to new people that you meet on your English journey. Okay, subscribe to the podcast, follow us on Instagram, leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts to help the show. Please do that. If you don't think it deserves a 5-star review, please give me a 4-star review and let me know how I can fix it for you, how I can make the show better, and I will do my best because I want to help you out with this podcast as much as I can. Well, that's all for today, and I appreciate you being with me and spending some time with me today. I will see you in the next episode. Peace and love.
今日は楽しい時間をありがとうございました。ぜひ私たちのウェブサイト realsocialenglish.com を訪問して日本語訳と役立つ情報を手に入れてください。また次回お会いしましょう。バイバイ。See you next time. Bye bye.